Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be doing a chat spat, as the title says, and we're going to be talking about some serious things that I find serious, things that as women we may find serious, even as men these days we may find very serious. But it kind of zones into being an online issue that just, always been a problem, always been an issue, but just like society in these days, this problem seems to be excelling as well online, and I just want to open it for discussion because that's what chat spats are made for. So before we go ahead and get into the video, I just want to say that everybody's opinion is valid here, and there is no right or wrong answer, truly. I mean, there are some dick answers, but you know, everybody's opinion is their opinion and they're entitled to it. So please be respectful to people in the comments. Go ahead and subscribe if you like my channel and you want to see more of my face. If you like this video, then when you're done watching it, please give it a thumbs up. It helps me out a lot. And let's just go ahead and get into the video. So the first topic I want to talk about is actually coming from my good friend Alexx, or Assassin Suicide, here on YouTube. She does have a vaping channel that she incorporates beauty into as well. So if you wanted to check her out, I will leave her link down below. I highly recommend it. She is a no bullshit kind of person, and if that's what you're really looking for, which I know I personally am, or you're into vaping, or you're into both beauty and vaping, she's the girl for you. So I will leave her channel link down below for you to check her out. And thank you, Alexx, for the topic, because this is a really serious topic. I think that this is something that I see happening a lot in the comment section, and I hear people say a lot when YouTubers complain or they're hurt or they have any type of emotion towards negativity, negative comments, any of it. And that is what YouTubers essentially signed up for by putting ourselves online. Do we deserve it? Did we ask for it? Should we just take it? Is it something that we should expect and just overlook? And these are sexual harassment comments, and that's what is Alexx's main concern, I believe, is the sexual harassment that she's been getting, especially as a woman vaping channel. She gets a lot of men who subscribe to her, and they can be nasty. And I vape and I'm into beauty and I love Alexx, so I'm subscribed to her. I have been for a long time, and I read her comments and sometimes they are disgusting, you know, and people demanding that she better not have a man, and people saying stuff about her breasts and her mouth, and I mean, it goes so far. And the moment that she gets sick of it and doesn't ignore it, and lashes out or responds back, which is very hard to do because human, you cut us, we bleed, people call her negative or look at her negatively or call her a bitch or say you should just ignore and block that, or you need to get a thicker skin. And me and her were talking about this. Sorry if you can hear the heater, it's a little chilly here today. But we were talking about this, texting back and forth. And it's not just her channel or the vaping community which this happens. It happens a lot in the beauty community as well. Not so much with men, but just nasty comments in general, or women against women picking each other apart. Oh, her eyebrows look this way. Oh, her hair looks this way. Oh, she got heavy. Oh, you know, on and on and on and on. And if you see, and on Twitter as well, and if you see people respond to them, people tear them down. Tear them down. Oh, this is what you signed up for when you put yourself online. You know, you put yourself online, you should expect it. You know, oh, you deserve it. Oh, la 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 la. I mean, on and on and on and on. And my question to you guys is, what do you think of this? Do you think that people like me and Alexx, Nicole Guerrero, because she's one that Alexx pointed out has a lot of disgusting comments on her channel. Bigger YouTubers, of course, get them all the time. Everybody does. Do you think that we deserve it or should expect it in the least? You know, should we respond back to it? Do we have a right to respond back to it? How do you think that we should deal with it? Do you think that we should let it affect us? Would it affect you if you were personally going through it? Now, you got to think, these aren't just 1-2 random comments throughout a year. This is a daily, multiple thing where you're reading these comments that are disgusting or so hateful and negative, and blocking and deleting and ignoring can only go so far for someone who truly and genuinely cares about the community that they're in, about the people that watch them, and about what people are saying or even thinking about their channel, because you do have to care to some degree what people think of you and your channel. If you didn't care, then we would just make whatever kind of content we wanted to and fuck what you think about it. Your opinion doesn't matter. And that's essentially what we're saying. But for people like me and Alex and a lot of creators on here, we do care what you guys want to see, what you think of the content we're putting out. That's why we ask you to like or dislike our videos. And that's why we care so much about those ratings, is because we care. That's our way of knowing if what we're doing, people are liking it or not. You know, and then in the comments, people can be so cruel. And if you're someone like me or Alex who responds and replies back to comments constantly and consistently, it's very hard to look at that comment and not say anything. You know, especially when it's someone that you've known for a while. Like with Alex's situation, she's got a lot of guys that watch her, that comment continuously, that support her continuously, that, you know, seem to come off as very good people. And then one day it's like, bam, she says or does something or looks a certain way, and all of a sudden she's getting a comment that is just so inappropriate for a woman who's getting married, for a woman in general, just to act from adult to adult. And it's from someone who may have been supporting her for so long. How is she supposed to deal with that? You know? And with Alex, Alex is hot fire. You know, when she feels violated, or she feels like she has just been stabbed in the back, or someone has wronged her or harmed her, she will lash out quickly. She does not deal with BS. And I am essentially the same way. I have learned over the years to kind of calm down, pick and choose my battles. I have learned to do that. I still reply to hate comments, depending on what they say. I will reply to hate comments and my mood of the day, of course. And I will reply to snarky comments and sometimes just flat out trolling comments. I will. If the person does not reply, then I know that they just put that out there to put it out there and upset me, and I'll delete the whole conversation. I do sometimes try to step back and see it from their side and try to explain myself sometimes, but really, in my opinion, you do have to pick and choose your battles. It's really hard to tell what someone's emotion is with what they're typing, so sometimes you can read it a certain way that they're not putting it out. You know, sometimes that happens. Sometimes people have trouble typing what they're actually thinking. There are a lot of just situational things, variables. Why am I having a hard time saying that? Y'all know what I mean, though. A whole bunch of variables. Oh, shit. I'm not even going to attempt to say it at this point, but you know, a bunch of those that goes into the situation that can just muddy it all. And I think that the bottom line of the situation is that creators should not expect to be hated on. We should not expect hate comments. Should we gain a thicker skin? Yes. Because no matter whether we deserve it, whether we expect it, whether we do anything to just bring those kind of comments to our channel, it is wrong. It shouldn't be happening. But it's going to, whether we want it to or not. There are people out there who make it a game to get online every single day and hurt people and upset them and shock them, the wow factor. And some people just do it because they see so many people replying back to hate comments and those kind of comments, and they want the attention from that creator. Like Jaclyn Hill. She's a prime example, especially on Twitter, of over-explaining herself, of taking every hate comment, every drama topic, every gossip about her, and over-explaining herself. She replies back to more hate comments on Twitter than she does her actual subscribers. I've actually seen someone comment and say, oh, well, this is my first hate comment. I've been supporting you for years and you've never replied to me. And the one hate comment I write, you reply back to. That does speak volumes. So, I mean, if you do think about it in that sense, should we expect them? Yes, probably. You should probably always expect that people out there will not choose to always be kind over being hateful, especially online and especially in today's day and age in this society. Do we deserve it? No, absolutely not. Even the most bitchiest or self-centered or meanest person you can find on YouTube doesn't deserve to be sexually harassed and doesn't deserve to be told that they should die or be picked on for what they look like or how they talk. No one deserves that. No one. My other thing about this is the way that viewers view creators for how they deal with comments like that and people like that. I myself have been told that I'm negative because I fight for my own integrity. I defend myself. And yes, I do need to pick and choose my battles, but if I choose to defend myself, if I choose to write back a snarky, just as rude comment back to someone, let me. My channel, my own being that's being attacked, you need to let someone deal with it how they want to deal with it. You may deal with it differently, but once again, that's your opinion and you're entitled to it just as much as we are entitled to react the way that we want to and have our own opinions of the way that we live and how we choose to deal with issues. I do not think that someone should be judged because they don't handle being hated on very well. I know people who have been on YouTube for years and cannot handle it. Sometimes you just can't handle it. It's just that person. It's who they are. You may be stronger. That may not mean as much to you, or you may not understand it because you're not a creator and you're not a target 24/7 for thousands and thousands of people. But it is something that people need to rethink or just think about in general. The hate that we get, the comments of sexual harassment. I mean, I'm constantly getting Facebook messages, even my Gmail email, constantly getting like the Google Hangout messages, people sending me dick pics in Snapchat. I mean, it's constant. Okay, so you have to think that even the most patient, you know, the most easygoing, the most laid back, the most of those kind of people, you know, the most non-confrontational, when it's getting thrown at you constantly every second, one day in one situation when you're in the right kind of mood, you're gonna lash out. And when you finally do decide to lash out, if you've been holding it in, it's gonna explode. So don't judge somebody by how they react because you don't know how much they've kept in. You don't know how much they've ignored. You don't know how much they've dealt with. So that's just another way to think about it, but I want your guys' opinions. What do you think? Do you think that people deserve it, that we should expect it, that we put ourselves online so we should just deal with it and suck it up, buttercup? I want to know what your guys' opinions are on it because, to be honest, I think it's all unwarranted because we don't force our suck on you. If you think we suck, go. Unsubscribe. Don't ever click on one of our videos. That's all in your guys' control. So the hate comments just seem so unnecessary, and that goes into my next topic. Now my next topic comes from Dawn, who is another great friend of mine, and she had an amazing topic, and it said there should be a chat spat, making it girl, about why people choose to support and then complain at the same time about the craziness on YouTube or the YouTubers in general, what they're watching, who they're watching. For me, that ultimately and very quickly goes into the fact of I don't understand hate comments. Like Megan Lee from Ciao Bella, who else? Trisha Paytas, we all know her, you know, like people like that. Even myself, I deal with this too, from people from Guru Gossiper that stalk me daily on my Snapchat, everywhere. They claim to dislike me so much. People claim to dislike these people so much, yet they continue to watch them, continue to click, continue to be subscribed, and continue to complain about everything that this person does. I don't understand it. The only thing that I can bring it down to is too much time on their hands, mental illness, and denial. It's literally the only way that I can explain any of it. And this is coming from someone who has tons of mental illnesses, disorders. You know, I'm not trying to diagnose, I'm not trying to make fun, I'm not trying to poke fun, any of that, at the fact that there are a lot of people that gravitate to the internet that have mental illness. It's just a fact. It's where we find sanctuary and safety. So, you know, that's good for us. But in reality, tons of those kinds of people online together feeling like they have no consequences because they're hidden behind a computer is a recipe for disaster. You know, so that's just the fact of the matter. And I'm sorry if I offend anybody. But to get back to the topic, you know, I don't understand it myself, why someone would continue to do that, why you would waste so much of your time, so much of your life. You know, if you're going to be online, if that's going to be your world, then make it worth it. You know, make it so you know when you're on your deathbed that you can lay there and be like, I may not have met all these people, but I made an impact positively and constructively in their life. I left beautiful comments that made someone smile every single day. I impacted someone's life like that. I made constructive comments that helped somebody grow their channel and make their life amazing. You know, like anything. I helped other viewers. I made friendships in the comments. Stuff like that is something that people can be proud of and happy for doing. Because people get bashed all the time for being online too much, not getting a life, not getting a real job. You know, there's constant poking people online and making them feel like they're not good enough. And so the hate comments just make no sense to me. Unsubscribe and move on. Otherwise, what are you doing here? You're wasting your time. You're wasting your life. And you just see that so much. So I want your guys' opinions, what you think. If you do this, I mean, it doesn't make you a horrible person. It does make you wasting a lot of time, yes. But it doesn't make you a horrible person. There's just something there that needs growth. You know, so if you do that, if you leave hate comments on someone's channel or constantly just kind of complaining about what they do, if you find yourself watching someone's video just to nitpick or see what they do wrong so you can comment it in the comments, leave me a comment and let me know why. Do you really like that person, or do you like the fact that you can kind of play detective and nitpick someone's life and then have other people who are like that, you know, comment with you and agree with you, and that kind of togetherness makes you feel good. You know, like, you never know what is going on or what someone's situation is as to why they do the things that they do. I'd really like a ton of different opinions on that if you have it. It's one of those things. It's one of those things online that you don't understand. It's unexplained. And since everybody is behind a computer, and a lot of these people that leave hate comments or do these kind of things don't even have real profile pictures, you don't even know who you're dealing with on any level. So it's hard, and it can be a little bit scary sometimes too. So yeah, what are your opinions on both of these topics? I would love to know them. Please be respectful of everybody's opinions in the comments, even if they're rude. If someone's nasty in the comments, you guys, the worst thing you can do is write back and reply to them being nasty. It is the worst thing, because literally you're just giving them what they want, you know? Hence the first topic. We're trying here. Let's grow together. I know that Alexx and Dawn will appreciate your guys' opinions and comments about this, so make sure you leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think. I love our conversations during chat spat. So like I said before, if you're not subscribed, please subscribe and give this video a thumbs up if you liked it and the topics. If you ever have a topic you want discussed, you can leave that in the comments or contact me anywhere. So I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.